Hi YouTubers, thanks for checking into Crazy for Lures. Today's lure review is going to be on the Rapala X-Wrap prop. Alright, this particular bait is a top water prop style bait. Pretty much you cast it out, you retrieve it back, and these propellers here are going to spin in the water, creating a certain type of cadence, certain type of disturbance. There's going to be vibrations in the water, hopefully attracting fish, and boom. Yeah, they bite onto it. So yeah, they'll be looking up at it. It's a floating style lure, and it's also silent, so it does not have rattles, but it is not going to be completely silent. Obviously fish are going to be able to feel and hear those certain components moving in the water. So certainly the prop spinning, that prop there spinning, your trebles, and then also the split rings as well, and there's 3 sets of trebles as well. Alright guys, so moving into the bait itself, it's going to be 110 millimeters long. Alright, and how much does it weigh here? I'm trying to have a look for you. I can't find the weight. Bit unfortunate. It's not a heavy bait, it's about a medium. Alright, so it's probably around about your ½ ounce weight rating there. With the props themselves, they're made of stainless steel, and if we have a closer look here, you're going to be getting that sort of design. It says Rapala on that side, and on this side it says Rapala as well. Alright, with a couple of lines that have been etched into there. These bits on that angle there have been sort of turned up a little bit there. No split ring at the front for your line tie. You do get this little metal disc here to be able to, that little disc there, so it just helps spinning the bait like a lot more smoother, I suppose, against and not hitting that the body of the lure there. Alright, so these are counter acting propellers, so it means that one is going to spin one way and the other is going to spin the other way for you as well, so helping the lure stay in a straight line as well. Alright, physically the lure is an X-Wrap design, meaning that you're going to be getting Rapala's X-Wrap design, really. Well, what that means is all the scales underneath here that you can, if you can see there, are going to be completely internal underneath this smooth plastic section here. So all along there, it's going to be completely smooth, and yeah, you don't feel any of those scales as they've been etched underneath this piece of plastic. Also, the X-Wrap design means that you're going to be getting that holographic sort of look to it there as well. What is sort of protruding on the outside would be these fins here, pectoral fins. They're on the outside. The gills are on the outside. Obviously 3D eyes are on the outside. You're going to be getting, with the Rapala series, massive eyes at the front, which is totally awesome. They really stand out. Black in the middle with a holographic design around the edges there. Alright, it's somewhat a little bit see-through in certain sections like here, but it's a really nice sort of like blood red design for its head. This particular color is just called the silver. Yeah, so blood red design. It's almost like a redhead look, which is pretty cool. You're going to be getting a pearlescent paint job with a white belly. Rapala X-Wrap Prop 11. Alright, and then also on the back here, you're going to be getting a disc located here to help out with the fact that rubbing against the body, it's not going to damage the body, and then a disc in this section here before you get your little eyelet there with the split ring and the rear treble. So as the bait sort of goes this way, it's going to be able to smoothly roll against metal to metal, okay, and it's going to have a nice spin to it as well. It is a dressed feather at the back, obviously red feather here, and this sort of very artificial attractant. It's almost like a bit of a, yeah, it's got a bit of holographic design in those little bits there. What's really cool about these trebles is that they're really short shanked. Alright, short shank, like the shank of the treble is this section here. and they're really short, which like I really like. I prefer to use short shank trebles. They're black nickel. They're about a size 4, or maybe a size, no, actually maybe a size 5 or 6, but yeah, around about that. Short shank through the middle. Okay split rings. Rapala supply you with okay split rings. They're not the best. Alright. And this goes to show with like not just this bait, like a lot of other Rapala baits I have, judging it against like other baits that I own, I realized that their split rings could be a lot better. These are VMC hooks as well. Alright, now in terms of fishing action, I've had a chance to use it a bit. It is a floating lure, so what happens is when you cast it out, and then pretty much you slowly retrieve it back, and that's it. You slowly retrieve it back. If you go too fast, what's going to happen is either this bait's going to go down like that, and then the rear treble wants to not touch the water, therefore, not the rear treble, excuse me, the rear prop. It's not going to want to touch the water, therefore it's not even going to spin. So there's a certain speed in which you retrieve it to have the optimal speed where both of these props or propellers are going to be in the water and both spinning. So one will spin one way and the other will spin the other, okay? Yeah, so they'll both spin, but that's how you pretty much fish it. I like to do a slow retrieve. Once I cast it out, do a slow retrieve, stop, retrieve, and then stop. That at least gives it a little bit of, say, irregular sort of action, and it's generally when you supply your lure or work it in a way that is not so sort of just a one standard move, and there's some form of erratic action. So this is the most erratic it's going to get. Propeller spinning and then stop, the bait stops, and then propeller spinning and the bait stops. But it's a type of retrieve and action that seems to work well with prop baits. Like look, you can just do that whole thing and you're going to catch fish, but I like to just change it up and give the fish a little bit of a surprise, and while it's going through the water, just stop it and boom. Generally they should hit when you sort of dead stick that bait. Alright guys, so I really like the bait. It's quite unique. It's a standard sort of prop bait. There's nothing too special about it, but what's special about it is that Rapala lures are built pretty well. I'm liking the blades on them. There's nothing really wrong that this lure does at all. It does a lot of things right. Okay, so all the components that I've spoken about, they're really good. All the features are really awesome. The design's awesome. So yeah, give it a real thumbs up, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video down there. Comment below if you have any questions, and then also subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate your time, guys, and happy fishing. All right, I'll catch you around next time. See you.